What's going on, everybody? This is a new episode of Audio Pilot. We are in the Subaru Legacy 2020, and I'm with my boy Free Bison right here. The leaders of the Bison movement. We're gonna go for a ride. So you guys check it out.
Man, some self-produced joints. And if y'all want to hear this joint, you can't, because it ain't released yet.
Exclusive. Yeah, so we're gonna be riding around the Hollywood area. We're gonna be near Young Circle, and we're just soaking up the sounds of the Harmon Kardon sound system integrated into this vehicle. So you guys take a listen and enjoy.
Harmon Kardon did they duggy because this is already banging. So y'all can't see it right now, but it's a whole computer dead in the center of this right here.
Oh yeah,
touch screen.
I'll give you guys a visual once I cut to some B-roll, but we got a whole tablet-sized setup right here for the center console.
Man.
Very cool.
Next level. Let's see, it look like I can adjust some of the audio settings.
Okay, yeah, play with it, man, play with it.
Come on.
Okay.
Put the bass up a little bit. It got a whole EQ system. Got the highs, mediums, and lows in this mug. Okay, let me see. Balance.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I didn't know that it could even do that. Okay.
Bruh.
Wow, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but Free was just toggling with the interface there, and it was able to get some direct sound focused on my seat. So the sound is all around my seat.
My side.
Okay, so now it's over here. Now we got panning control. That's different.
That's hard.
That's different.
Yeah, your kids wanna listen to some what's that called? Pup Patrol or some crazy shit like that.
The baby shark.
Yeah.
The baby shark just in the back.
Shark, Man, you tired of hearing that shit? You good?
Wow, man, that's really cool. So if you squared it back in the center, it's kind of coming from above. Okay, I feel it now. That's really dope. The speakers are hard to find. We got one up here, one right here. We got two more right here. There's one right there in the door on the footrest area.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure we got some other sneaky speakers, but the sound system's got full control, dynamic audio. You get something from every angle.
So sound system so far, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 so far, yeah.
Should we go ahead and do something bassy, like something?
Oh yeah, drop something filthy.
Something heavy. This one got bass like crazy. Let's see when this drop is.
You can put the volume up on your phone too.
Yeah. All right. Your phone might rattle.
If you see the screen shaking, guys, that's just the bass being real mean.
Test right here. Wait for the drop. Tricky like some dubstep.
Okay. definitely treating sound like a priority.
Yeah, dog. And even like we were saying with this computer system, I'm like, I bet this look like it's some Android type, right? It
feels like an Android operating system.
Yeah, bro.
Like a tablet, basically.
Let's see, it got a home and everything. Like, yeah, look, radio, map, apps.
It's a lot of detail-oriented adjustments now that are really making these vehicles stand out more and more. Like, I don't think anybody's making a bad vehicle these days.
Right.
It's just how are you doing it different? What's your spin on it? And Subaru as a company, they've always been like one of them companies that put themselves in the front as far as performance goes. Everybody knows them for being really like rally ready and roadsters and like real aggressive driving. But like the driver experience right now feels way more accessible than ever, especially in this vehicle.
And you get a
warning. You got a warning systems built into it.
I'm trying to say you're getting a little too close for comfort there, buddy. Beep, beep, beep,
He's up there, and I think it also has a automated brake assist. So
even if you were lacking, it would have slowed you down.
It'll like press the brakes for you before you do something.
I don't know how I feel about all that, bro, because there's times where I be like, I'll be driving like the I forgot what year, it's like a 2012 like Corolla, like, and when I'm driving that car, it got like a lane assist type thing or whatever.
It tries to push you back into the lane.
And it's like that's fucking me up. Like I want to change lanes, bro. I knew what I was doing. If you don't put on the blinker, it does that. It's gonna send you back in your lane. But I feel like there's a line between assisted driving where it's gonna hurt somebody. You get what I'm saying? I didn't want to hit my brakes. Like I meant to run this person over.
I thought about the same thing before.
Like
I know it sounds dumb. Like
it
sounds silly. Like imagine it's an emergency situation where you need to use your vehicle to hit something or something like that. You never know.
You're stuck on the train tracks and they're like, there's someone in front of you. Like
I think it's one of those things that like it works best when you have the option, as opposed to it being a forced system
automatically in the car.
Yeah, it's like when you're bowling, you don't want to have the barriers up if you know what you're doing.
Up, right? Yeah.
That's for the kids. It's like, okay, you're learning.
That's a great analogy, man. And so there should always be an option on the car where it's like free run, do not assist me at all. And if we get so far in the future where they're like, what do you mean? Every car parks itself. We don't let humans do that anymore. That's when I know we got a problem, bro. You seen that car, dog get out? It's a commercial. I don't remember what car it is.
Yeah.
Dog get out and said, what's up, ladies?
Let the car park itself.
Let the car park itself. You look like a jerk.
I think that might have been a Ford or something like that. But yeah, that technology, I think right now what people more so are doing beyond just saying, oh, we're going to integrate this as it goes, I think people are really just trying to see, like, can we make this work? You know?
Can we do it?
Can we make this system actually work?
Is the technology good enough?
Yeah, exactly.
Are we there yet?
Yeah, and I think once it's like universally accessible, then they'll start building ways to make people like do less and let systems do more. But
and then that's when you're even a car like a 2000 Honda is gonna have an antique plate on it.
Right, yeah.
They're gonna be like, that car is a regular car. What do you mean? There's no smart computer. This is not a. You know what I mean?
Be a vintage.
Yeah, for real, dog.
What are we listening to right now? What you got playing on this one? This another.
This some Free Soul right here. It's the instrumental to a song I got called Free Soul off of Dade County Warriors.
Okay.
That's an old album of mine.
Y'all
right
go check
now.
out Dade County Warriors if you like it. Check out 2020 God Squad.
Damn, that's what I really want to say.
More music on the way, 2020.
Yeah, you already know, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 2020 God Squad out right now, man. I put my heart in there. I put my heart into every song, every album, but this one is my most recent expression. You know what I'm saying?
Better check out some Free Bison music.
Yes, 2020 God Squad out right now. This song is called Wings Are Made for Flying, Not for Frying.
Oh yeah, you just performed this one at the No Labor Show.
Yeah, that was the first time I performed it. I think it got good reception. Everyone was saying it back to me. 2020. I like my music to be interactive. Hey, put that bucket down.
Hey, it's do or die, let the chicken fly. I can't let the chicken die, let the chicken fry. Wings are made for flying, not frying. Wings are made for flying, not frying. Yeah, it's do or die, let the chicken fly. I can't let the chicken die, let the chicken fry. Wings are made for flying, not frying. 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 If they say they need that fire, I'm supplying. If they say this, say that fire, then they lying. You can hear them when they crying, then they mission, call my wrist execution. How I'm doing, all these chickens got them running around headless. Free all the hands who just lost all their eggs just so we can make breakfast. All this killing senseless in my species is demented. Feeling like an animal, I'm dying of depression. They don't know the half, they just know what they been taught. Life costs more than the food that you bought. Let's do or die, let the chicken fly. I can't let the chicken die, let the chicken fry. Wings are made for flying, not frying. Wings are made for flying, not frying. Yeah, let's do or die, let the chicken fly. I can't let the chicken die, let the chicken fry. Wings are made for flying, not for frying. 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 Wings are made for flying, not for frying.
So we were talking about a second ago how, you know, the sound system in a vehicle is really critical to what makes a viable vehicle these days. Much of the time you're getting exposed to new music, podcasts, you know, whatever news is on the radio and stuff like that through the sound system in your vehicle.
Yeah.
And that just means that, you know, the availability and the access is higher than ever. So
Does it slap in the whip? That is the
yeah,
question.
it's a confirmation piece.
That
It's like
is
if
the
you got a new
question.
track that just came out, you
Yeah.
gotta test it. You
Bro,
gotta see.
engineers and producers watching this, bro, y'all know exactly what we talking about. It's
sound
not even
test.
about the studio. It's like, all right, I got to join on my phone now. It's about to drive home from
Exactly.
the studio. How
Does
do
it
your
bump?
shit sound? Does it
Does it
slap?
bump?
That's crazy, bro.
I would
'cause
say a big chunk of even people who are streaming, you know, music is coming from somebody
From
in
in
a
the
car
whip.
somewhere.
In transition. They in transition to wherever the
Yeah.
fuck they got to go.
So-
that's real, because, dude, I don't even think I don't have AirPods. Like, you know, the only headphones I use are my studio monitors.
Mainly,
I don't leave my crib and listen to music like that, you know? I used to when I took the bus when I was skating and shit, but I get in my whip and I plug up my phone and I play music off my phone when I'm in the car. And then I get to where I'm going and I'm not listening to music there. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
super integrated. It's easier than ever to just plug in and just play
Yeah,
whatever
bro.
you're feeling.
Yeah.
And like that really gives the people who are creating that kind of stuff more power than ever, because now you have a way to tap into your, you know, audience in a new form. They could come
Right.
find you however they want to. And like I want to tie that a little bit into, you know, telling me more about what you do through the Bison
Word.
movement, through the environmentalism, through
Word.
veganism. Like how does that messaging being available to everybody really like push you guys' message forward? Because I know that's one of the main ways you guys reach people.
That's a real question, bro. That's a good question. I think it's funny because I never even made that correlation to how even important your commute is to your message, because it's like I started I played a song for my boy years ago. This is probably on one of my first couple tapes, and everybody knows I be rapping. I'm a rapping ass dude.
Yeah,
2020 God Squad out now. I'm a rapping ass dude, and one time my homie said to me, "Hey man, it's real dope. You was snapping, but it ain't sonic. Focus on just being more sonic." When he said that to me, it really hit me. I made all my beats at that time. I did and still do my mixing and stuff. So it really hit me. What he was saying was, make this sound better to me. You didn't hear nothing I was saying to him throughout the song because it just didn't sound good. So now I realize with veganism, with Bison, and with environmentalism, I'm hiding the medicine and the candy. You know what I'm saying? I'm making a song that is really telling you to feed the world and free the animals, or it's telling you don't be a litter bug. You putting holes in the ozone. You don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But it sounds so raw that you just you get what I'm saying? You just turn it up and bump. And then you don't even realize you're going to sleep saying feed the world and free the animals. You don't even realize the message is being sown and thrown to you. So it's
That's
like yeah, man.
Remember that, kids. Remember,
man.
whatever you put into your mind, it sticks with you guys.
Yeah,
So
dog.
if you're putting in that medicine, then
Right. I like saying, like, as an artist, bro, as a musician, as a rapper, bro, you as a musician yourself, you know that it's like we're like wizards, dog, and we're translating some spell. You're translating some weird spell through your bass guitar that is hitting people through the notes of a bass guitar. And I'm translating some weird spell, hamala, 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 might as well be, that is sending a different message to a person. You know what I mean? But it's like people aren't going to listen to your message, or they're not going to be a good recipient of the message if it's not given to them the right way and fed to them the right way.
Right.
You know, and that's why I think with all the violence and all the drugs and all the sex and all the whatever, the stuff that we know plagues us as people, we don't realize how bad it is for us because the music is so damn good.
It just feels so good.
It feels so good. The movies are so entertaining. The games are so fun.
Yeah, so all that means now is that it lets us know that it's not as much about how you get the message across, but what is the feeling that it invokes when people tap into it. Because people are buying into an energy. They're buying into an emotional response. So if you can tap into that, it doesn't matter what you're saying.
That's your product.
Yeah.
That's your product, man. So with this car, their product, we have a fat ass computer right here. You get to dictate where the sound comes from, and it rides incredibly smooth too, bro. I don't know if we even spoke. It's like quiet. It's like butter, dude.
Yeah, the engine. I don't know if you noticed the engine turns off when I go to a standstill. It goes in standby mode, and then as soon as you put it back up, it kind of.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
Back up.
And it's funny because that's something that I think in an old car you would be like, something's wrong with my car.
Yeah. That's that hybrid.
Oh, there's a hybrid?
Yeah, it's a hybrid.
Oh, that's what it is.
That's another thing that's tapping into the environmental movement.
Shout out Tesla, man.
Standardizing
real, man.
Hybrid, standardizing electric, standardizing,
That's gonna be everything.
Saving mentality.
That's gonna be everything, man. That's the only way we can move forward. It's funny because even though we know, as vegans, that carbon emission from cars is like 8% of like global emissions. Yeah, it's like so we're always like, oh, be good for the environment and take the bus or ride your bike, but that's 8% of what's going into the air. Everything else is methane and cow farts and cow shit being dumped in the ocean. So everything else is it's where we don't want to turn our eye. So it's ironic to think that like all of these companies are still trying to make their cars eco-friendly when it's like Nike can still be eco-friendly by not using leather. You know what I mean? Like it's
right.
It goes real. It goes real.
It's a little deeper. I think one of the good things about what you said there is like, it's easy for the glaring issues to not really get attention, but what it does is it puts people's mindset more around wanting to feel that way. Yeah, they're ready to think about it. They're ready to do something about it in whatever small way they can. And
people get to advocate environmentalism and feel better. It's like recycling.
Right.
Part of you just feels like, let me not throw that plastic in the regular garbage can. Let me throw it in the blue one. So you're driving an electric car, you're like, let me just do what I think I can do. If we all did that with everything in our life, like what you ate, what you drank, what you wore, if you looked at every aspect of your life like you did your smart car, you know what I mean? Then we'd be good.
It's gonna be just a shift in mindset, and it's
shift in consciousness.
It really comes down to quality, like what's the quality of the message and the quality of the receival of it,
and the accessibility.
Right. That too.
Like we're saying Venucci's. We're like, yo, Venucci's. You guys are the only dudes with vegan pizza. Come on, guys. Where's the rest of our vegan pizza at? It has to be accessible for us to want it.
Right.
Burger King is accessible, and gas in shitty cars is accessible. Teslas are how much? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like. Yeah. Once it becomes a universal option, then it's like there's less excuses. It becomes less of a class issue and more of a moral issue. Yeah,
just a decision.
You have the room to decide for yourself as opposed to be at the mercy of whatever is going on.
The mercy of we're the consumers. What's the opposite of the consumer? The
manufacturer.
Manufacturer. Yeah. We're at their mercy for sure, dog.
Yeah. So with that, we're gonna bump out this last track.
Oh yeah.
And we're gonna give you guys a close for the show.
Hey man, 2020 God Squad out now.
Wanted you to know I really like your features. You the type that made me wife you for some type of reason. I need you in my life, but please don't leave my life.
Bison.
It's nice to meet you. I just wanted you to know I really like your features. You the type that made me wife you for some type of reason. I need you in my life, but please don't leave my life in pieces, in pieces, in pieces, in pieces, in pieces. I need you in my life, but please don't leave my life in pieces, in pieces, in pieces, in pieces, in pieces. I need you in my life, please don't leave my life in pieces. Shawty gon' ride with the flow, shawty gon' ride with the price in, shawty gon' ride with the girl, shawty don't hurt, you nigga tight in. I should go see for herself, real G's don't need no help. I can put it out, get in myself, I can put it out, get in my home. Every minute supplement my wealth, heart so big, can't fit in my chest, head so big, can break my neck, my head so big, can't fit in my pants. Off this shit, I post some liquor out, I always love at my bros. Shawty walking over, say I'm splashing liquor on the toe. Fucking up a pedicure, I'm pretty sure you got exposed. You look like a diamond, but that friend of yours has gotta go. I the door, I lock the door, I won't let nobody in. You about to see a side of me that only gotta see in you. I sent you God, it's got me thinking that you gotta be. And it got me thanking God watching me. Got your head strong and you know your head bomb. Icky, Becky, lose my cool. Pick it up, nah, drop it down, low. Pick it up. Whatever you wanna go, let me know. Tug it on me like you tug it on rope. Hug it on me, do the most. I make a trouble by taking a dope. How you doing, shawty? Yeah, it's nice to meet you. I just wanted you to know I really like your features. You the type that made me wife you for some type of reason. I need you in my life, but we don't need my life in pieces. How you doing, shawty? Yeah, it's nice to meet you. I just wanted you to know I really like your features. You the type that made me wife you for some type of reason. I need you in my life, but we don't need my life in pieces. In pieces, in pieces, in pieces, in pieces. I need you in my life, but we don't need my life in pieces. In pieces, in pieces, in pieces, in pieces. I need you in my life, but we don't need my life in pieces. Shawty gon' ride with Buffalo, Shawty gon' ride with Bison, Shawty gon' ride with her, Shawty down here, giving it Tyson. I just go see for herself. Real G's don't need no help. I can put it out, get it myself. I can put it out, get it myself.
This has been an episode of Audio Pilot
Yeah.
with the one and only Free Bison.
Yeah.
Y'all show him some love. Y'all check out the music.
Love.
Check in for the next edition. We're gonna have more content coming for you soon. Gonna be dropping new music. Trying to post releases. I'll be dropping music through this platform as well, so y'all stay tuned.
Uh-oh.
Catch you in the next episode.
Bison.